Most business owners think that revenue is the goal until they realize that they're working 80 hours a week and barely keeping any of it. I've been on both sides. I scaled a business that did $1 million in 90 days and broke even. And I've also built a systems driven agency that does $100,000 a month with 85% profit margins. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to increase your profit margins without raising prices or adding new clients, but by fixing the real problems that most entrepreneurs never see. Let's get into it. The first tip that you need to understand is you need to cut your cost sinkholes. And what do I mean by this? You need to audit your current overhead. Most business owners just subscribe to different tools even if they're not using it. We've seen so many businesses that we go into that are spending thousands of dollars every single month just on software. Things like Zapier or Shopify or any of the website builders. And they're overpaying and not fully utilizing the platform. So you need to know everything that you're subscribed to. What most people think is that it's the $20,000 purchase in a month that decreases margins. But in reality, it's what you're paying every single month in subscriptions. That is usually the death of most businesses because they don't know how to audit their current subscriptions or get the most out of what they're actually paying. Because we had a client that came in and was paying about $1,800 a month on software, and he was probably only using about $200 worth of software. So we went and audited the whole thing and saved him about $1,000 a month just because you audit the current subscriptions that you have. Tip number 2. One of the most costly words in business is custom. Custom is what really messes with most people because when you build something custom for somebody, you have to increase your team because you have to fulfill on a custom delivery. You have to overcharge. And most of the time in today's world, people are under delivering. Custom is a very hard thing to do correctly. So if you're focusing on building custom packages every single time, you're going to not have the profit that you want. Or if you do make profit, it's not going to be worth the time that it takes to build it out. So we changed this entire model with our agency is instead of building custom projects for every single person for thousands of dollars, we did $100 build out, and it wasn't cookie cutter. Because most people think that they have to go custom to be unique, but that's not the case. What has to happen is you have to be able to understand what people want and the result that you want to give them. Once you get them a result, it doesn't really matter what the system actually was. So we figured out a way to create all of our systems where within an hour of them signing up for our platform, they would have everything set up, ready to go. And that is what increased our profit margins because we didn't need a huge team to operate it. We could operate with 3 people for our entire agency that does $100,000 a month. And this flows directly into tip number 3. You need to leverage your fulfillment systems. You need to focus on building repeatable, systematized fulfillment systems that can onboard your clients without all the manual input. Because if you can save 10 to 15 hours a week, you can now focus on driving more revenue. And most people get bogged down because getting new clients actually makes them less money, because they spend way too much time on each client and they have to bring on new people to help fulfill what they just sold. Most businesses are not even ready to scale. They're not ready for new clients because it'll actually be way more of a headache. So you need to focus on systematized fulfillment, things like SOPs, things like automations that can do your work for you. And this is the key if you want to move from being an operator to an owner of the business. So if you focus on these 3 tips, I guarantee that your profit margins will increase. And not only will they increase, but you're going to get more time back for your day-to-day life so that you can focus on driving more revenue and scaling your business. So if you found this video valuable, make sure to hit subscribe and like, and we will see you in the next video.